did you know that you can use AI and get it to be a certain personality? Not only that, you can get it to be and use the traits of that personality and use the frameworks that they are famous for. For example, today I'm going to show you how you can train it to be like Russell Brunson in Dotcom Secrets and train it to use the soap opera framework email. It's going to create the email, and I'm going to show you how you can incorporate an AI system to write a sequence that sends out the emails, but it also tests if the emails are opened, and if it's not open, it will send an email with a different subject in response. Not only this, it's going to create an all-in-one system for you, so you don't have to worry, and your marketing is going to skyrocket. If you don't know anything about marketing, or you've maybe read the Dotcom Secret books, or you're a fan of Russell, and you like AI, this is going to be the most insane video ever. You'll like it, and you're going to definitely learn something today. Have a look at this. For the last week, I've been using Dotcom Secrets and Russell Brunson's funnels and specific workflows to build out a funnel. So I got a basic funnel sales page where I have a low ticket first level offer, and once you're done with that offer, it creates an upsell for you to go up to the next level. Now, when you look into the book, it tells us about soap opera sequences. Pretty much says that if someone's in the first stage of the funnel, you need to be nurtured in and through what's called a soap opera framework to get to the next level. So when you have to think about it and you have to write out these email copies, it gets really hard. But here is the greatest tip probably forever. If you start using ChatGPT 4.0 from the start and keep pushing it through, it will remember everything you say in that thread, and it will keep building on top of it. And you can use from what you have set in here and used in here to start building the framework out for you. So I'm not going to go into details of the email sequence, but I'm going to show you how easy it was to create it, and then I'm going to show you how easy it is to implement a workflow for it with a specific test to see if the email opens or not. So let me get into it. So for the last week, like I've said, I've told GPT-4 to be like Russell Brunson and Dotcom Secrets. I've copied and pasted a lot of websites directly into the thread and just keep telling it to read the data. I also quite often get it to ask me questions. So this for example, I started with creating a hook story offer, which is another framework in there. Again, you just ask it to be like Russell and use the framework from Dotcom Secrets, and it will use whatever framework you go in there, hook story offer. But at the end of the day, it's all keeps on being related as you go on and as you keep building your funnel. This is all going to be a funnel for your product that needs to keep getting built, right? So if you keep using it, and one thread in GPT, it's going to use everything on that same level with that same knowledge. So hopefully I highlighted this bit on the bottom. And literally all I told it to be is in the highlighted area here. Do nothing. I want you to create a soap opera sequence as specified in here. And what it's done, it's just grabbed all my details from the top, and it just created the whole funnels or the whole email funnel sequence. So the soap opera, if you don't know yet, I'm just going to say it's a very specific type of funnel email where it leads you into a whole story-based flow and create suspense in a way, and at the end of the 5-day email, that's when we'll only send a call to action. So it's not a call to action every day, but rather building a relationship with anyone that's part of the funnel. So this is just amazing. It's really just gone through setting the stage, which is exactly what it needs. It gives a subject line. It tells you about a cliffhanger, and it just keeps going on. And it uses from what I have used in the top. It doesn't make anything up from like out of the blue. It's using stories and from the answers that I've used for my funnel. It's all about AI, and this is where it comes from. All right? Awesome. It's so great about it. So it's just built out the basics on it, and then you just keep telling it, be like Russel, be like Dotcom secrets, and just keep working on it. And it starts doing the whole email 1, goes into more details of email 2. Email 3, I wanted to change a little bit. Sure, change the heading. Bam, there it goes. So literally just build those email sequences with the last call to action, like fast. Like in a couple of minutes, you have it done. This would have taken, I reckon myself, just at least half a day to think how soap opera sequences fits in with my story. It's not just a couple of emails you're writing out a day. It's a very specific framework, and it's just done it all out there in a couple of minutes. Okay, so next I want to show you how you can implement this into an automated system where automation and AI test emails as well. So if you don't know, we use a program called Go High Level, and I'll bring it over to this side. And all I have is I have a whole sequence set up if someone purchased the product. So it's adding a tag, it's adding the opportunity. When they purchase the product, it sends them an email, and then I'm adding it to another workflow. This is the big step. So I'm adding them to the soap opera sequence workflow. That just means once I have that workflow, I can use that soap opera sequence workflow for anything else. If I just have it in one trigger automation, I'll have to build it out for everything else all the time. But if I have a separate automation for it, and I'm sending everything there within a certain stage, then it means I can just use it once. It's like a draft template to use. This is not the important one. What I want to show you is this one. Now, this is where you need to get really smart about it. So part of emails and sending out cold emails is you should really only send one a day and keep sending them until your sequence or newsletter or campaign, as many people like to say, is done. But what happens when people don't open their emails? How would you send them a reminder? Well, this is the exact workflow. So this workflow is going to send an email. It's going to test if they've opened it. If they've not opened it, it's going to send a reminder type email where it tells you to, hey, have you seen the previous email? It's important, have a look at it. And then it's going to continue down the workflow. So every now and then, it's going to have it, or every day and every step, it's going to have a test. And that's so important to make sure, especially in a soap opera sequence, that everyone actually opens the story. It's all like a story that builds onto each other. So if they get email 1 and they open that, and then they open email 4, the sequence and the idea behind the workflow is not going to work. And this is how you do it. Okay, so you got email 1. So you send it and you wait for open. So there's a wait function called open. Okay, so if you come in here, you pick the email and you wait for them to open the email. And that's a basic test that goes through the email system that gets the notification that if they've opened it, you get a specific tag, a true or not true flag. And then it becomes a what if statement. If the email was opened, yes, then it waits for the day to send email 2. If it's not been opened, you send the reminder email. So, let's open this one. What I have in here, I just made it very basic. Hey, have you seen my email from yesterday? It's got a subject line saying, hey, look at this one, just go open it. Yeah, so this is where it comes through. It's got email sequence, you wait for the day. So let's say they haven't opened the email. This is how it's going to go. It's going to send the email 1 with the story. Then it's going to send a email saying, hey, you didn't open our email yesterday, like what's up with it? Then it's going to wait 1 day, and then it's going to send email 2. So regardless, it will still go there, but it will tell them to check that email in sequence. So it's going to send email 2, It's going to wait 1 day for it to be opened. It's going to wait and then send the next one. And then it's just going to keep going into little flow. And it comes all the way through until the last email with the call to action. Right? So this is really important. It's a really smart way to work in the wait 1 day for the open and then send it. If it's not, send it down the other path. It's a good what-if statement test. So just again, the reason this is important is if you have a framework or email sequence that requires them to read email 1, email 2, email 3 in a row, and you want to make sure they read it in that way to build the rapport, build the story. This is the workflow and this is the test for it. I hope that makes sense. This is how I've been building out my funnel the whole week. It's really been working so well. It just goes on autopilot, Russel and the whole Dotcom thing is next level of marketing and email funnels or any sort of funnels. And implementing it with different systems and AI is just getting it up to next level. Saves you time and just makes it real awesome looking professional. I hope you've learned something during this. Please subscribe to my channel and I keep bringing out something with AI related. Alright, thanks.